Hi, it's T with Teaquilts, and today is August 17th, 2022, and I'm just in here a minute early so that I can do a mic check. So, people that are in the live, can you please tell me if this mic is working today? I'm pulling you all up on my cell phone. Mm. All right. So, I'm just waiting to see if this mic is working. Okay, thank you, Quickwell. Spit something out. Sorry, guys. So, thank you. It takes I'm so far delayed from what you all see in the response back. So I'm always waiting a little bit longer just so I can hear what you all are saying. That's why I never know what you all are saying on my current topic. It's about 30, 40 seconds delay over here. So in the live, we have Anita Nance saying, "Hey, Miss T and everyone, hope all is well." Let me pull this over so I can read it here. um, Deborah Quilt saying, "Hello, T and all fellow quilters." Hey, Deborah. Delia Castro Short says, "Hi, T and everyone. Happy Wednesday." And Jakara, who is Sarah, says, caller Sarah says, "Hello, T and everyone." Quilt Gal says, "Hi, T and everyone." And yes, it is. So thank you. Thank you, Teresa. This mic is one that I don't have control of the volume. So you all will have to adjust your volumes. And the reason why I have this one is I'm trying to test this mic out to see if Kevin and I can have double mics on Saturday. So you will have to adjust your volume on this particular mic. So I appreciate that. Hi, Judy Smith, Linda Faust, Kim Burris, and Teresa McCormick is saying evening all. Linda saying hi, Miss T and everyone. Shirley Peters is here. Kathy D's Creative Chaos, welcome. Jason Lewis is here. And Remo JS says, "Good evening, Miss T and Quilters. Thumbs up to show your support and love." Well, thank you very much. Maxie Doodle saying hi, T. Hello, everyone. Colette Starks is here. And Beverly Aiken, Scotty Hughes. Um, Let's see. T. Roberts is here. Judy. Deborah Holloway. Darcy Savali. Shaquita Pearson. And Sheila Willis saying she got her book. That's thanks. I don't know why some people, I finally got a book back. It took almost 30 days. It came back yesterday. So I mailed it on the 18th of July and it came back to me. So I do know that when things have to do a return mail route, that they do take longer to come back. And so I have no control over that kind of stuff. So Leela Dicker is here. Hey, Leela. Stacy Amiro. Vivian Calvi. Just saying names today so we can get through. Not that I have anything to talk about. Janice Miller. Ah, Cynthia Shades here. Kathy's Quilts and Crafts. Deborah Holloway. We got a lot of Deborahs and Deborahs. So Handmade by Ying with Donna is here also. And Bev Dixon. So yeah. So Today, what's on the agenda today? Not a whole lot. I am probably going to end up quilting some. I need to make a couple of bags for sale. Somebody is wanting me to make some bags for them to buy, and I have been doing everything that I have to do. So I'm like, I need to at least get started on making the bags. I do have the fronts made. I don't have them quilted, but I have two of them here that I'm going to be hopefully quilting today. Also wanted to talk about the boho heart sew along, as well as the Teaquilts optional block drawing, which is a project, not necessarily a sew along. So I want to make sure that we're all on the same page with a lot of this that's going on. Hi, Teresa Jesuits. Sharon Lewis is here. Hi, Sharon. Wash Your Hands is here. And I see Darcy's comment. Erling Butler is here. So yes. So let's start with boho hearts. We'll just get that one out the way. Okay, now the most pressing thing is the optional block drawing that I'm getting a lot of comments about. Although I have had some more people requesting, at least 6 or 7 more people asking to join the boho hearts, the Teaquilts boho heart sew along. And so I have purchased 15 more patterns. At least half of those are already sold. And I do have a few more patterns if people are wanting to join the boho heart sew along. And it costs $31, which also includes your admission into a Facebook group where you can get help. In the group, we will not be putting any type of uh, sizes and things like that, what size blocks are, what pieces we're cutting. But if you need some assistance, I will also be telling you, giving you a sew along list so we can all be on the same page as we're doing this. That's what that group is for, where you can ask questions, but nothing's specific to the pattern. So you do need to have a book. However, if you already have a book and don't want to buy a book from me, there is a $15 fee that you can pay via CashApp, Venmo, or Zelle. Then you can also get into the group that way. So just want to make sure everybody's up on that. If you've already paid your fees and you are not in the Facebook group, please go to the Teaquilts boho heart sew along and you can request admission to the group. Make sure in the comments I ask questions for you to join. Make sure you tell me what name you use to purchase your book under, because some people have a different Facebook name than they do on YouTube, than they do with their real life. So make sure that you let me know who it is, because I'm only letting one person in per account. I am keeping track of that. So make sure you follow up with information. So I don't think there's going to be any questions about the boho heart. Most people got it. It's just a few people that are new to my platform that had some questions, and I'm hoping that most of those have been answered via email. But whenever I'm getting a lot of questions about a topic, I like to go ahead and discuss it in a video, because everybody will be on the same page. Okay, so hopefully if we got any more questions, feel free to ask. I'm always willing to answer any questions if people are just confused. Thank you, Kim. I'm going to pin your message. And remember also that I'm so far behind on these comments that they come in like 30 to 45 seconds late. So most times I've moved on to a different conversation by the time I'm even getting your comments, let alone when I start to read them. So we like Crumbs is here. Okay. All right. And people are reminding people to also hit the thumbs up. So I appreciate that. The next sew along, don't look like there's any questions on that one. It's not really a sew along, it's like a project. It's called the Teaquilts optional block drawing. And the reason why it's called optional is because it is optional. You don't have to participate in anything. You can sign up. It is a $5 sign up fee. And I'm asking people not to go ask to join the Facebook group until you've paid your fee or you let me know that you're going to mail it. I had like 20 requests and I just went through and deleted all requests because it was too much for me to keep up with. When I see your request, I go look at my list to see if you sent me an email, if you have um, paid me via one of the methods that I prefer, CashApp, Zelle, or Venmo. There are a few people that have paid via PayPal, just that PayPal charges fees. The $5 is not going to me. It's actually going to pay for the shipping. Right now, I have 21 people that are confirmed in the group. So that means I have $115 for shipping, and that is nowhere near enough money to ship for a whole year. So just know that I'm not making any money off of shipping. It's going to take about, you got to remember, when you're sending me one block, that's one fee for you, might be $2 to $5. But when I go to send out 20 blocks to somebody, that's going to cost somewhere between $10 to $15 to send that out. So right now I'm still paying some of the shipping, which is okay. That's why I did the $5 minimum fee, so I wouldn't have to pay all the shipping, because I didn't think that would be fair. So that's where your $5 is going. I'm in the process of just typing up some general requirements for the group. On the optional block drawing, I was trying to just type up like what the rules are, like as far as using 100% cotton fabrics, things like that. Number of blocks are going to be different sizes each month. They're going to be different number of blocks you have to send. One month you may only have to make one block. Other months you may have to make two blocks. Some blocks are only like 4.5 inches, and you may have to do 4 of those blocks. It's just a half square triangle with a frame or something like that. You may have to send in 4 blocks that month. So want people to pay attention when you start getting instructions as to what it is that you need to do. Again, asking people not to request to join that Facebook group until you've notified me or paid your money, because otherwise you're just going to be sitting in a queue. I had 20 something people sitting in the queue that I just deleted this morning. And then when I went to my post office, one of them, their payment was in my PO box, but I had never heard from them to know that they were going to mail me a check. So if you're going to mail a check or pay in any alternative methods, please email me so I don't delete you out of the queue. I feel bad when that happens, because if you probably feel like I don't want you in a group or something, but it's because it's too overwhelming for one person. I'm one person dealing with everybody, and I can't keep up with who's paid and not paid, and I don't want to keep going back and forth trying to see who's paid and who hasn't paid when I haven't heard from you. I'm always Googling my emails for your name to see if you've paid or not. And I do keep a list. Every time somebody pays, I make a list right here. And if you're telling me you're mailing it in, I put down here that you're owe, so I can keep track of who owes and who actually has paid. So I am very thorough. I already got my sheet set up for the entire year, so I can mark off when you send your blocks in. I probably mark off like number of blocks that you send in, because you can send more than one block. If you want to be entered into the drawing more than once, you could do that. Also, people have asked me to make a layout. They're going to make 2 blocks every month. They're going to keep one for themselves and they're going to send one in. And then at the end, they're going to make a sampler quilt. So I have not done that yet, but I will do that. I think something like a 48 by 64, all of these blocks should fit into. I'm hoping. And then you'll have like filler pieces that you'll need to cut to fill in to make it all fit together like a puzzle. So I think that is it for the optional block. Um, Let me go back and read comments just to make sure. Mhm. Sue GSD is here. She's got a whole comment you guys can go read down there. Dorsey is wanting people to hit that thumbs up button. So go and hit your thumbs up button and come right back in while I'm scrolling here. A round to it. I actually made a fabric round to it. So I like that name. Says, hello everyone, Shirley here watching from Alberta, Canada. Yes, welcome Shirley. Damali J is here. Says it's raining where she is. June Hansen's here. Wash your hands also about that thumbs up. Donna is asking T, is the cancer bag available for sale? Sitting to the right in front of your machine. No, this is the bag that I'm actually using. I can see, Donna, if I have more fabric. This bag is also bigger than the regular bag, and that's because this is my bag that I'm putting my supplies for the brother in, and my brother machine is made for, I bought it for bag making, so it's got my bag making supplies, or some of them, like I'm putting my clips in here. So this is not the standard size bag. It is a little bit bigger with this, and this is the actual size bag that I'm making, which did hold my bobbin case, which this right here, along with everything else I needed for the machine, was able to go in here. I just couldn't put my clips in here as well. But if you're wanting a bag, just email me, teaquilts@teaquilts.com. I don't do anything via video on YouTube because people change their minds and I got to go back in chat and try to hunt people down. So if you're really serious about getting something from me, you can message me on YouTube, or you can send me an email, which is the best way, is through email, teaquilts@teaquilts.com. And then that way I can go over in more depth. Otherwise, we're just talking. I don't do anything serious from a chat. Teresa says, I can't find the boho heart. It's boho heart. The Teaquilts boho heart sew along. It's the name of the group. Hi, Katie Crafts. Yeah, I already answered Donna, so she was talking to me as I was talking. Leetta Bryant is here. Can we send in blocks but not always be in the drawing? Yes, if you just want to send in a block for somebody to have one of your blocks, that's fine too. You could do that as well. Just put a note on your block that you do not want to be entered into the drawing. That's okay. Because I'm participating. I'm doing it. I'm actually making 3 blocks now. Because of request, I'm going to have to make one for my quilt guild because I'm the one that's coordinating it. And number 2, I'm doing one for Teaquilts because, again, I'm the one that's coordinating it. And number 3, I'm going to do one for the sampler just so that I can do the sampler layout. It's just easier to do if I'm doing it and making up the instructions as I'm doing it. So, yes, I am making every requirement, not every block, because some blocks you got to make twice. So I am over here like realizing how much sewing I got to do to participate in all 3 of those things. But I've recorded the first video, and I haven't recorded a video in so long. I'm so rusty, it's ridiculous. But I did the first video. We're gonna make do with what we have. I have also cut the next 2 blocks, and I've cut all of these things 3 times, and one of them has 2 blocks that are required. So I currently have, let's see, 3, 6, 9, and then another 3 is 12. So I've cut 12 quilt blocks out. I've sewed 3, 6 of them. I've sewed 3, all 3 of one set. The first one that I videotaped, I've sewed all of those. And then the other ones, one of them has 2. I've sewed 2 of those blocks, which means I've got 4 more to go. And then the other one, I need to make 3 blocks, and I've sewed 1. Because what I do is I'll cut for 1 block. I'll go sew it to make sure that my instructions are correct. And then I go back and cut for the other 2 just to make sure that if something is wrong, I haven't cut fabric for 3 blocks, you know, all the 3, because I'm doing it 3 times each month. I definitely don't want to be wasting fabric like that. So I am doing that. Um, so that's what's kind of going on. So yeah. And I think that's it for questions on that. Okay, Donna, thank you. She says message already sent. And that's it for the optional blocks. So if anybody again got any questions, you can always email me teaquilts@teaquilts.com. You can always drop a comment in the comment section. I did make a video talking about the optional block drawing that's separate, so you can also go watch that video and upload your comments to that, so then they're in a place where everybody can see the question and see the same answer. So yeah, I'm in the process of just typing up the general rules. I'm not going to be a stickler. I'm not going to be measuring any blocks to see if people blocks are the right size. The winner will determine if you want to use somebody's block or not. I am asking people to also put their name in a seam allowance on the back so that they know who made the block. Because when you make a sampler quote and you've got blocks from all over the USA, it's just nice to have a person's name. I always put that information on the back of my quilt top as documentation. You just never know. One of us may become famous one of these days, and you say, "Oh, I got my so and so's quilt block in my quilt," and it's just a personal thing. That's just a personal joy. So I always ask people to always put your name on something that you're doing, because when the winner gets the blocks, they're just going to be in one big thing all together. I'm not going to be sending them your address and all of that. So they're just going to get blocks, and so they're not going to know who made what block. So it's just great. And that's another reason that the following Wednesday, on the Wednesday live once a month, will be dedicated to showing those blocks and doing the actual block drawing live, so people can see the blocks and know who sent what. All right, Janet Macro's here also. Hey, Janet. So that's it for that. So I've been cutting and sewing optional blocks that I can't show here. So I did sew a bag today. Christine's Home Affairs YouTube channel, she came out with another little bag thing. And so this is what it looks like. And she said she was wanting people were wanting to have something where bags were collapsible, that they weren't the big bag for storage, but you could still use it. And so she came out with this little one that came out either yesterday or the day before. This video hasn't been out long, so it's probably her last video. But I did this today. I just jumped on it. So basically, this is what the bag looks like, folded up, and she has elastic cording that's thicker than this, and I didn't have anything thicker. I'm using very thin cording that I had left over from when I did face masks, but it ended up working well for me. I just put a knot in here before I put it in the seam allowance. I put a double knot so that it would stay in that seam allowance, and then I really zigzag back and forth over it a lot to make sure that it would stay. But when you open the bag up, you actually open it from the inside, and then you pull your handles, and then this is your bag. And so you can actually, this is the bag open. Kind of hard to show on camera, but this is the bag open. There is no lining, and the reason why there is no lining is because of all the gathering that's happening here on the side to make it fold for storage. So Christine uses whatever fabric she can get. She's one of those people, she gets a lot of donated fabrics. And so I decided, because I'm one of those people, I know me, and if I'm keeping something, I know I don't want to look at raw edges. Even if it's a bag, I don't want to look at a raw edge. So what I did was I used batik fabric. So that way, even though I know the difference of the front and back of my batik, when you look into the bag, it doesn't look like it's the wrong side of fabric. So that's what I did. But it does hold a lot of stuff, so I'm just going to see. I didn't plan this part, but let's just put some stuff in here. So my big bag's gone in here. It holds that. I got air dust cans here sitting up here. We can put that stuff in here. And we still got plenty of room. And so this is how it looks with stuff in it. So very nice bag. And put my stuff back. And when you're all finished with it, it's weird because this is your handles is what is the outside when you're using it. But when for folding purposes, it's actually the wrong side. So you've got to like get back to the pull these two ends like this to get it back so that it's ready to be put up. And then you just fold the pieces up. Make sure your cord is out, and then maybe so it fold it into thirds. I think I just did this today, so this is my second time doing this. And then that way you have something to put up. Now I would recommend cording thicker than this because over time I have a feeling I might lose my cord and I'm going to have outside knots because I'm not going to just let it go. I'm going to keep using it till I can't use it anymore. So you might want to do a thicker cord, or I may end up just top stitching a thicker cord. I didn't have any other cording here that was elastic. You do want elastic cording. So I have recently found Christine's channel. She's been doing stuff for a long time. She even had a quilt shop that she closed, and she now has a store that she sells ready-made stuff. So she's got very good ideas. If you have not already been to Christine's Home Affairs YouTube channel, I recommend that you check her out. So, and what Luane is here. Hey, so I saw your request to join the optional block list. I went in and deleted everything. I've already talked about that, but I just didn't want you to, I wanted you to be aware that I did that. I did that because I had so many people in queue that hadn't paid their $5 yet and hadn't contacted me saying that they were paying it a different way. And I just got rid of that so I didn't have to keep looking at that list anymore. And so once you pay your $5, everybody can then go and request to join the group. But it is a $5 joining fee for that Facebook group, and it's to help pay postage on the blocks. So yes, it's a really cute bag. It's really neat. And like I said, when you're needing stuff in your car, but you know, and batik is a little bit, you know, with this fiber or any dyed fabric for that matter, your fiber is more closed in because it's been shrunken by the dyeing process and the heat process to get the wax off. So I think batiks are a great idea to use for this. I almost hate to use my batiks because I just like looking at them because they're so pretty. But I think they are a good choice for this type of a bag. So if you're like me and don't like looking at raw edges, so a lot of people like the bag. See? Darcy says it looks like you can fit a whole sewing machine. Not exactly, but you could put, and that's why I wanted you to see this because this is pretty big when I'm sitting it up here. You know, this was pretty big. It went in and still had room across the top. So I really like the bag. I will most definitely be making more of them at some point. But I just wanted to share that with you all, even though I didn't sew it on here. I wanted to share that with you. And tell her that Teaquilts sent you over there to her channel to watch it too. That'd be nice. She knows absolutely nothing about me. Cheryl Curly is here. Says I made something similar, but it has a zipper. Folds the same way. Don't remember where I got the pattern. So yeah, anything that's foldable is really nice, and the zipper would be even awesome too. I must be missing comments or something. Sometimes I feel like I don't see them all. Oh, so Sewing with Lil saying that he's going to the Kansas City June quilt show. He booked a room the other day, so that's awesome. Most of the time, if I go to Kansas City, it's very rare that I might get a room in Columbia or something like that. That's like in midways from my house to Kansas City. But most times I go up in a day and I come back. It's about a 5 hour ride, 4.5 to 5 hours, depending on traffic. But I'll go up and come back in the same day unless I want to do some quilt shopping. Then I'll get a room to do shop hopping. Okay. It's Christine's Home Affairs. It's the name of her channel, I think. She was the one that I showed you all the makeup bag the other week. I showed you all that makeup bag that I had made. It's also from her channel. And I see Delia, she posted it too. So thank you. Kelly's Cruises, Crafts, and Quilts is here. Hello, welcome to you. So yeah, so other than that, I got a customer that wants a bag and I haven't even made the bag. Okay. This is my thing. I get bored with repetition. And so I made this bag. When I first made it, it had raw edges on the inside. I didn't like that. So then I refigured out how to do it and did raw edges. Then I did this bag here. And it has lining in it. And then I also put zipper things on the side, a zipper fabric so that my zipper wasn't all the way on the edge. It does make the bag just a tad smaller to get into, but it's easier for sewing purposes to do that. So that was the change on this one. And then it also has like my little like if you buy a Gucci bag, now you got a Teaquilts bag. So it has that on it too. And my pink one has one on it as well that's pink. So yeah, so this one is one I'm keeping. It's going for another sewing machine supply. So this one's not hers either. So I've made two for myself. And then it's like, okay, I got all of these things where I piece my panels, getting ready to make it. I even got strips hanging up here on my wall here, but I haven't made a bag. So I need to make her a bag so I can get that off my to-do list. Remo says, everyone, please hit the thumbs up. Come on, quilters. We're being taught by Teaquilts. Hey, girl, what you doing? Sue says she watched the instructional video for the optional block drawing, saying it's well done. So thank you, Sue. Sue is also participating in that. Teresa says she emailed me. Okay, Teresa. Claudette Bettis is here. Hey, Claudette, welcome home. We start a little bit too early for her. She's on the West Coast. I saw a video earlier today where a lady took some of her pillowcases and made them into tote bags. Was so quick and easy to do. Yeah, and it's what I'm finding is, even though in the USA we do a lot of recycling and things like that, but I'm finding in other countries that they don't really buy new fabric. I think in the USA we want the prettiest, the newest stuff. We're gung-ho about what our end product looks like as far as fabric choices and colors. And I'm finding in other countries, when you start watching videos from people in other parts of the world, they recycle everything. Hardly anything goes into their landfill. It's like on its last leg, and then they're gonna go use it for some batting on the inside. They are like our old ancestors used to be here in the USA. That's how other countries are still functioning. That's their first choice for fabric is recycling. They recycle everything. We do it here, but we don't do it on the same level as other countries. Laughing at Kim. She's saying, I'd rather have a Teaquilts bag. That's really sweet. Thank you. Lenora's here saying good evening, Miss T and Quilters. Hey, Lenora, welcome. For the optional block, will there be patterns? There, for the Facebook group people, there will be PDFs put into the Facebook group. So yes, there will be written instructions as well as a video instructional for each month. And I'm hoping to have video and pattern already. I got the whole, see, I'm doing it a little bit different for my guild than what I'm doing for you all because it's a whole lot of y'all, and I only got to deal with about 50 people at my quilt guild. They're going to get their entire book. You all are going to get a little bit more detailed instructions. When we do our optional block with the guild, they don't like paying for printing costs. So they're very limited in the instructions that we give at the guild. So I'm going to try to give a little bit more instructions in the ones that I'm going to do in a PDF. And then I'm going to also, like in the video, I'm going to recommend everybody watch the video. So if you're asking me a question I already answered, I'm going to take my time answering because it's already somewhere and you haven't done your part. But I'm going to make sure when I do videos that I talk about everything and then also give you the paper instruction as well. Like sometimes I don't tell you which way to press your seams. Sometimes I may not tell you what size a unit should be prior to you sewing it to something else. So that's what I'm going to try to make sure I get that information put into the group, either in the video, on the paperwork, or telling you all in a post, something like that. It just depends on how much work it is and how busy I am at the time. Hi, Carrie Richard. Kelly's waiting on pizza. She's in BC, so welcome. Got a few Canadians that watch, so that's awesome. Teresa's been making a clear vinyl pouch bags for my bag hardware. So much fun. Yeah. And I just put mine into like the things we use for floss. So I've been using those, and I don't know if it's going to work in the end, but that's what I'm trying to use right now. I may be following you and making little plastic bags too, but we'll see. I'm trying to get something where everything is together instead of being separated. But I'm also thinking maybe you could put a O-ring on them, and then you can get like a one of those open circle rings, and then you could put everything on rings, and then they're all on a one thing, because I'm trying to keep everything together. That's my thing. Angela Stringer is here. Says she loves her fat quarter bundle. She won when I did the birthday gifts. I did a drawing where I gave out 10 gifts, and she was one of the lucky winners. So all of them should have been delivered by now, hopefully, because I sent everything as packages. So everything should have been delivered that I gave away. So thank you for letting me know. We also gave away a Go Me as one of the prizes. Helena Carter is here. Welcome. Cheryl says, Tail Handmade did the video for the bag with a zipper about 6 months ago. Okay, so Tail Handmade. That was about my guild meeting this week, which is tomorrow. It's third Thursday. Clear that off my watch. I let certain things come to my watch, and other things I'm like, no, I don't need that all day. And this is my phone that's in here that shouldn't even be in here. But sometimes I bring it in here in case I need to do a link, because this is not a real phone. It's just something I have hooked up to the internet so that I can read comments. But let me quiet this thing down because I don't have time for that. T, you are so awesome with everything you do for us. You make this all so fun. So yes, and that's the reason why I am on YouTube. I'm on here because I like sharing. I started my whole social media journey as something to document what I do, not necessarily to make money. I was paying for a website just to show my quilts so that I would have a video, or not a video, a picture diary of all my quilts. And so that's why I'm even on any social media. And I just love quilting. That's basically it. Kelly's going to get that pizza. She just left us high and dry. Teresa says we can all come to the Guild. I don't think so. Not out of town. And we don't do any, we never had Zoom Guild meetings. We haven't done anything like that. Yes, Kevin's at work. I don't know if he's actually flying. I chatted with him throughout the day. Like, we text. I didn't get a chance to even talk to him because he's flying. Good night, Judy. Thank you. And okay, Jason. Learning a new hand quilting technique called Kawandi. I don't know what that one is. I'm doing sashiko. So I have to look that one up, but I'm not getting in anything else because everything has supplies and I don't have a place for all that stuff. So I'm not starting anything new. So maybe I won't look it up. What I don't know. Hey, Francis Jackson. My brother is in here saying, hey, sis, and everyone stay safe still. And Francis just came back from the AQS show in Grand Rapids, Michigan. So that's awesome. I'm almost fell asleep during my guild meeting last night. She was talking about colors and how to mix them, but it was more aimed for painters. Yeah, I do understand that a lot of it is the same, but I think when people like that, when they pull them into the guild, that they need to get it back into texture. Um, get it back to something that the quilters can use, not just introducing somebody to a new technique where only one person in the guild might pick it up. But, you pay that person a lot of money to come to your guild, depending on their, like if they're a national speaker, you're of course going to pay them a lot more money than you would pay somebody like me. Um, but if I was traveling, by the time I did that, you're paying me national speaker rates anyway. When I'm doing my stuff for Missouri, Illinois, which is my closest two states, I tend to go and come back home in the same day for the most part. It depends on how far it is, and what time your guild meets. I tend to go and come back in the same day. So it just depends. So yes. All right. So it don't look like I got any questions there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase this stitch length because I've been piecing to right around 3 stitch length. And I'm just going to go ahead and just start quilting some of these panels. If people got questions, you can most definitely ask anything if I see stuff coming up. Hey, Joe Carmel. She's coming into the chat. And I'm just going to quilt these 2 panels I got here. And I'm not even going to change to a walking foot because it's not a quilt. It's a bag. I don't need to be worried about all of that. And I'm quilting this to Bozo NR foam. And I'm using black. And that's because it's not fusible. I don't need to have it fusible because I'm going to be quilting it. If I wasn't quilting this, then I would be using Bozo NR foam that's fusible. But right now I'm just using the black. I'm trying to get rid of all the foam that's not fused. And then as soon as I get rid of all the foam that's not fused, I'm going to have a need for some foam that's, not fused. But I've had this for a while. I purchased it and then it's just been sitting there. And I'm sure when I bought this, because I thought I was gonna, go bad crazy and make some stuff, and then I changed my direction. And so I spent a lot of money, probably regular price, because I thought I was gonna be using it. So now I'm just using it because it's in stock. If I need more, I can buy more, and now I can buy it at a discount. Okay. For myself. Teresa's in Tennessee, and there's no Gil. Now that's sad. I'm so glad that I live in an area that I can at least see other quilters, because it's just nice to be able to mingle with people that you have a common interest with. And I did not oil this machine today, so it's gonna be crying over here. And I just want to see what that stitch length looks like. It looks good, but I can still increase it a little bit more. And so just doing a stitch down the middle here just to get started. And I think I'm just gonna butt these. Normally I just stitch one and go back and forth, but I think I'm going to, just so I don't have to do the turning, I'll just do one at a time. And I guess I dropped my, oh, it's right here. I got that, but I also dropped my wood iron. It looked like it's caught on my chair. That is not a good thing. It was caught on the wheel. We want our stuff. It's got a little bit of damage to it too. It got caught under the wheel of my chair. Must have fallen off my desk. Evening all. I changed my needle on my brother the other day, and then my stitches started to skip. What did I do wrong? Maybe the first step, maybe change to another needle. If you know you got it inserted correctly, I would change to another needle, because sometimes a needle can be bad even fresh out of the package, and we have no control over that. So that's the first thing that I would do, is I would change to another needle if I know I got it in right. This machine here, the needle goes in sideways, or the hole is sideways. And so I'm always making sure when I change my needle that I'm doing it correct. So yeah, this is just mindless quilting. Like I said, it's a bag. And so it doesn't have to be, you know, perfect like we're doing a quilt. Nothing fancy here, just grid quilting. Just takes time. And I need to now go cut my 4-star general. We have that. I'm doing quilting with Kevin on Saturday at 12 noon Central Standard Time. We have the 4-star general sew along. We're working on our last block. That's another reason why the Hobo Heart sew along doesn't start till January. We still got a sew along going on. And then for the month of October, we have put it all together. So really enjoy the monthly Zoom. It's like having quilters in the room. Yeah. I'm going to make popcorn. Okay, now she's gonna have everybody going to make popcorn. It's gonna be popcorn and pizza night. All right, so now we're gonna go the other way here. And Quilt Gal's telling Betsy to take the needle out and reinsert it, then rethread the machine. Yes, always rethread the machine, the top and the bobbin. I don't think she knows that's what she said. Oh, I'm sorry. I called it hobo hearts, didn't I? Yeah, I have a habit of doing that because I have a book that I really like, and it's called Hobo Quilts, and I like the stories that are in there. I've got this book, and I've read it like twice and haven't done one block. One of these days, I'm gonna do the quilts and quilt blocks in there, but I keep reading it just for the story. So I do that. Call everything hobo instead of boho. I'm sorry. Oh, T, if you get some new subs from the Bay Area, someone mentioned your channel in our guild newsletter this month of some quilters we watch on YouTube. Oh, that's awesome. Well, thank you. I did have somebody, I can't remember what part of California, ordered a pattern this week from me, but I can't remember what part of California. So thank you. And I don't really go out of my way to acquire new subscribers myself. I don't really go to a lot of other groups. I look at people on my television, and so I'm never commenting in the chat to let people know that I'm here. So I'm still kind of one of those hidden gems on YouTube. A lot of people don't even know about me. And I'm okay with that. You know, I don't mind you sharing my site, but as far as me like actively working so that I can get a certain number of subscribers, I'm not doing that. I put my energy into what I'm doing on my channel or what I'm doing in life. I'm not worried about trying to be popular. So all right, one more before we turn the long way. Erica Taylor is here waving, saying at everyone, hi Erica Taylor, welcome to my channel. Appreciate you coming in here. I'm just doing some quilting on some bozo, real simple today. Gonna be making this pouch here. I got a customer that wants a pouch, and so I'm making this is what I'm sewing on. If you got any questions, you can always drop them in the chat box. I'll help. Other people will help as well. And Teresa went and looked and says I'm almost at 16K, so that's cool. So when I get to 20K, we'll do a drawing. I've been not doing subscriber drawings. I've just been kind of ignoring it. I know that there was a time that I had 20 something subscribers, and YouTube did something with them where for 2 years from doing the COVID period, I didn't get any subscribers at all, and I fully didn't understand that. So it was a little frustrating, but I'm okay. Trying to figure out which side do I sew this on. I have to turn it and go. This is on that side, so I have to go back this way. This is weird. It's like, how do I get my needle to this on the opposite side? Right here. I think because I started in the middle, I've got to turn it again. I got to be on the right edge. Maddie says, T, are you going to make more pouches to sell? If you want something in particular, email me and I'll do what you want, because I'm gonna probably, I got these two here that are gonna go on my site, And I'm going to let the lady that I'm making this for, she can pick between these two, and then the other one will go on my site. I just find I get bored. I don't stick with any one thing for a long period of time. If you want if you want something in particular, just email me. I don't mind doing it though. Oops. I don't want my thread to break. My comments are going down. Darcy saying she wish she knew more quilters in Minnesota. My neighbor doesn't do it anymore because she's getting older. And that's funny because that's what I had when I first started. Everybody was old, and now I'm the old one. Isn't that terrible? Hi, Diane 57. I didn't know you had come in. I'm sure I missed some other people, so hello to everybody. One of the ladies in the guild ordered some labels for her quilts, but was not sure what they are called. They are like cord fabric. Anyone seen her? Them? Yeah, I have some here that are. I got some fabric ones. I don't know what this. It's like twill like because it doesn't fray. But you like this. Because I might put this on my little bag that folds up. I'm thinking about putting that on there, but I could always do that last. So, but yeah, I think that's what you're talking about. You can, if you got a logo or something, you can most definitely send it in. On this stuff, I just need my name because they're going to be mostly used for charity stuff. Where I just want to put my business on there, but not necessarily. I don't care about the year it was made. They're not going to care about it. It's just letting them know, who the quilter is. It's all I care about. They don't need my full name like I do on regular quilt labels and stuff. So that's why I bought those. Okay, I got one more here, I think. Oh, cork fabric. It's on, yeah, and you can get these on labels. My other ones on my bags here, that you can get them in leather, cork, or faux leather. I don't think she put them on vinyl. Gotta see which way I need to go here. Hold on. I had to turn around for the other side. And this one, I got my leather tags from, I'm trying to see if it's in here. Hardwood and hide. Heart as in your heart. Hardwood and hide. On I ordered from her. Okay. Hey, Paula, welcome. think I got 2 more on each side. I think they should be the same. I'm trying to read comments, sew, clip, talk. I'm trying to be the hostess with the mostest. I got an extra line here, or I'm missing one on there somewhere. Knowing me, I'm missing a line. We'll figure it out in the end. Okay. Bye, Kelly. Okay, I do have 2 on this one. Just missed it. Well, I know I got 2 on this one. It's that other one I'm worried about. Like I'm missing some lines somewhere. They should be equally quilted. Yeah, I think I turned it back. Yep, that's what I did. Okay, I just knocked something off. I won't worry about it until I need it, right? And I still got, I'm doing the, I always do the short way first, because that's the longest. So I get the hardest part out the way first. All right, 2, 2. Make sure everybody got 2 lines of stitching here. Now I can turn. And we're going to just start on one end so I don't get confused this time, because it's already anchored. All right. You all not as chatty tonight. Normally I can't keep up with the chat. And it's 8:02. I should be off of here. Goodness gracious, time flies when you're having fun. Melissa says, good night, T. And everyone, sorry I'm late. Hey, Melissa, I was just saying I need to get off of here, girl. I can't believe it. Time flies fast. Time flies when you're having fun. Let me finish quilting these. I'll finish quilting before I get off. And then at least I'm one step of making this bag, right? Remo talking about you keep doing what you're doing. That's so I can entertain you. This is I'm supposed to be watching TV starting at 8 o'clock. But I need dinner too. I'm hungry. I've had a can of soup today. That's all I've had. I didn't even go get my soup. I was like, I didn't even want to wait for it to thaw. So I just got a can of soup. I'm starving now. Gotta lift this up. Hi, Colleen. She says, hello, T and everyone. I was lurking, and yes, that time flew. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate that. Okay, trying to figure out if I got them all. I still got one more this way. Whoops. Oops, I'm out of bobbin. And it stopped on my previous thing. That's the only thing is, I guess that'll be my stop point. That's the problem with when you're used to electronic machines telling you when your bobbin is out and everything like that, and then you start sewing on something like this and it's like your bobbin's out, and it doesn't. I'm used to my Bernina holding a lot of thread. So yeah, but I don't want to throw my Bernina out of whack long as I'm still making anything bag related. So that's why I'm still sewing on the brother. I have done a good test of this for what I use. I have not done any free motion quilting. I have not put on a walking foot. I have used a zipper foot. And I do want to make another one of these vinyl pouches because I want to try out my new nylon foot. I did order nylon foot because the tip that I got off some other YouTubers that said put a scotch tape under your foot, it did not work for me on my brother. So I don't know what that's about, but it did not work for me. So I'm going to stop here. Two reasons. I tend to clean my machine and oil, and I didn't oil when I started. I just start sewing, and that's why it's loud. I've been making quilt blocks and all of that, so I've abused it. So we're going to stop that, and I'm just going to sit everything in here so I don't lose it, and just close this all back up. And I'm even going to unthread it so I know that I've got to start from scratch. Otherwise, I'll come back in here and I'll do it again. So I have to make it so that it's I know I got something to do. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and end tonight. I think I don't have any other questions from people. Diane says air sewing is becoming an art. Not for me, because I'm going back to my Bernina that's got the bells and whistles. Soon as I switch back over, I am piecing on here as well, and I do like piecing on here, but I miss the features of my updated machines, and so I will be going back to my Bernina. And but I do love the brother machine. It's doing a great job, and it is a workhorse, and I know that I could use it every day, but I don't like air sewing. So I will be going back to my other machine. So good night, everybody. You all take care. I'll see you all Saturday at 12 p.m. noon for Teaquilts sewing with Kevin the Quilter for the final block on the 4-star general sew along that we're currently working on. And then I'll also be back Saturday night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, where I'll be doing my regular sewing chat, which today I just didn't have. I needed to get some stuff done. And so I said, I'll tell you what you need to know, and then I'm going to sew. So I'm trying to get some things off my agenda. And I can't, like I said, I couldn't bring the optional blocks in here to sew. So I'm working on some other stuff that need to be done. So you all take care. You all stay blessed. Be safe, everybody, and quilt out. See you Saturday.